O's today. Hi guys, Hail Mary, meet everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene. Today is Pop Free Night. It's not going to be no Skype tonight. There's not going to be no Discord tonight. There's not going to be no phone calls tonight. But I do want to talk about some things that I was watching, of course, a few videos. When I do not watch videos, obviously. Watching lots of videos. And some of the videos I was watching from a website, the woman calls herself the realist astrologer. You can look at my astrology playlist. You can see the latest videos that she showed. She has the dark-sided astrology series that you can watch. And one of the things that is absolutely terrifying is some of the dark-sided features of a couple of different zodiac signs that we know. Scorpio. Pop is the perfect example of a Scorpio dark-sided man. Absolutely terrifying. I could just tell you that from reading what she said about the dark-sided male, is he frightening, he's scary as hell, and I have to be honest, creeped me out. Okay, not a good thing. So Poppy knows scary because he's a Scorpio and they get stingers and they like to get you. And that applies to the women too. The women and the males can be very vindictive creatures. And so this includes Sherry. The most terrifying of the signs is, I think, was what she said about Virgo. Next, the scariest one is what she said about Capricorn, which is my sister's sign. I have Capricorn in my chart too, under Venus. And the third worst is, I consider the third worst, is Aquarius. Aquarius women are said to be aliens that will do all kinds of social experiments on their friends. I don't want to play the videos because I don't want to get any copyright strikes, but I will just tell you from what I saw. The videos are in my astrology playlist. Take a look at them. Here's a piece of advice. You don't need to watch a horror movie. These things will scare the living bejesus out of you, especially Virgo and Scorpio. I don't know why. Both are one's an air sign, which is Virgo, and the Virgo male and the Virgo female are frighteningly very, very controlling. Scorpio is controlling too, and I was like really, really shocked at that because I was like, I really wish I could play the video. I don't want to play someone else's content and potentially get copyright strikes. Just look on my playlist, Summer Channel. You'll see them. You can't miss the videos. I just had it up. They were just scary. So if you like horror movies, read them, watch them. The Dark Side Zodiac series. But I'm not into scaring anybody. It's not even Samhain. Do we really need to go through and deal with that in Samhain? Do we really need to go and scare the hell out of you we're coming up to Astara in about 9 days. Astara is the beginning of spring. And, of course, is when we will be celebrating the birth of the new earth. And also, we actually are in Pisces season, of all things. Yeah, she's got plenty of dark stories about extra dark stories about Pisces too. I won't get into that right now. I didn't even watch one of Sagittarius. I was so terrified just watching the ones I watched. I couldn't even dare watch Sagittarius, and that's my ascending sign, Sagittarius. Let me guess. Sagittarius are the guys and gals that are travelers. If they don't like you, they will basically move on. Um, they like the free reign. Free. That's I guess that's not so bad, right? Being free reign. I just don't understand. Um, is there any way I can pull up some information on the dark sides without actually playing videos? Well, why don't we try to get some people to jump in on this on the comments or on the live screen chats? Let's try to get some people in the chats today. Let's try. Anybody wants to speak up? Hey, wait! For good news for you guys, Pop is not involved today. Pop will not be here. Oh, he might jump in on the chats. As long as he's civil, he can stay. I don't. His main account's blocked. I don't know how many other accounts he has, but he's not here right now. And it was suggested that we should start early instead of 8 o'clock, so that people can watch the show after dinner. Except, guys, one thing. This is in the East Coast. This is when people are watching their local TV news. And I honestly don't think we're going to see a lot of people on initially. I think that's going to come on later on in the show. The people are going to be coming in to the show. Yeah. All right. So why don't we talk? Can you look up some websites on the dark side of the different sides? Yeah, let me see if I can find some for you. Just to give you something to read. Okay, let's start with the dark side of Aquarius. See if I can try to find Aquarius. After all, I'm going to put my sign under the microscope. But let's see if we can find just not a video. Not a video. Okay. 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 Oh, perfect. Oh, this is actually a readable article. The Dark Side Aquarius profile. Okay. So this is from website. This is not from the thing here. I think this is by Molly Hull. Dark side Aquariuses are cool and beady-eyed when in the presence of the human emotion. A friend recently told me about being scolded by an Aquarius teen for emoting on the day of her dad's funeral. Are we going to talk about that again? She said, rolling her eyes. A teenage Aquarian is a natural rebel, of course, but Shadow Teen Aqua is missing that empathy thing that prevails in the situations like that. What's unique about Aquarius, emotions distance sets them apart and also opens them for dark side behaviors galore. Some of these devolve to zero compassion, narcissism, or superiority complex. Taken to its outer limits, Aquarius standoffishness turns them into a stubborn solar unit. They act with no regard for the way it affects others and don't admit to needing anything from outside the bubble. This destructive and also impossible since no man or woman is an island, but they persist that illusion and can wreak havoc as a result. The alien. Aquarius is known for its loner and eccentric ways. David Bowie had Aquarius rising and played the role of alien as if born to it. Nothing wrong with that. In fact, It's really interesting, but the word alien stretches out to alienate, and that's what shadow Aquarians do, sometimes reveling in it. Aquarians like to stand out, and sometimes in shocking ways. They flirt with risk and have a kinky bent that leads scenarios that scandalize the friend group or community. Okay, that's true. I'm not going to go through all this article. I mean, I don't want to read the entire thing. Um, but here's the thing that I feel. This website is called Dark Side of Aquarius: Cyborgs, Voyeurs, and Control Freaks. Okay. Cyborgs, voyeurs, and control freaks. Want to search up for Virgo? Let's go to Scorpio first. After all, we all had to deal with Pop, right? Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio and the Scorpio love compatibility. All right, well, dark side legend or myth. Now, this is actually no joke about Scorpio. I actually have watched another video on it about Scorpio, by the same writer, by the way. Scorpio is the 8th house. Let's go back here. Scorpio is revealing a reputation as dark artists as a cast of foreboding glamour upon them. Although Scorpio treasures the privacy, the science and notoriety gave them this kind of magical prestige. Scorpio, the 8th house, and Pluto, Scorpio's ruler, are associated with the great and sometimes life-threatening risk of giving over to soul changes. That's why Scorpio's totem is the phoenix, the bird, the mythical bird that is the emblem of the sun and rises from the ashes. Scorpio represented by the pitch black of night, the dark night of the soul that you are not sure will ever end. It rules those wounds that we suspect we will never recover from before we are resurrected. Scorpio is the Scorpio glyph comes from an Egyptian hieroglyph of the snake, which sheds its skin, bringing a new layer to the surface. The mystery of Scorpio has to do with these kinds of extremes, transitions, like the portal of life and death itself. In the shadow trainers, there are lost souls, and then of course you talk about the souls, the Scorpio glyph that talks about. Okay, I just want to go through the occult. They're very much into the occult. They stay. They're into the occult life. Scorpio rules secret societies like the Masons, conspiracies, deception, corruption, trauma, psychological warfare, tyranny, and surveillance. Gives an example. Talk about this. The Dark Angel. Scorpio deals with the underworld and associated with the alchemy of base metals, materials. You can find the parallel base behavior when a Scorpio devolves into degeneracy and gives to lower impulses. Vampirism. Oh God. Psychic boundary. Scorpio likes to has to deal with the shared energy field, especially between two intimate friends or lovers. One subtle phenomenon is taking on another person's psychic debris. The Scorpio experience associates with subtle energies is difficult to detail and prove. It requires the strengthening of it. One of the things that Pop does is he wears the hell out of you. He is a very strong. That's why he used to spend so many hours with me on the phone when he was trying to wear this Aquarius down. That's what they do. They are really, really. They crave dark energy. And this is also what Sherry does too. They both, she is also a Scorpio, is that she also craves the dark energy. Not all Scorpios are cold and dark. I know some that are actually fairly nice. That's the angel ones. But the other ones, which includes Pop and Sherry, you've really got to watch your back with because they also are very vindictive. Yesterday, he threatened to put a curse on me because I blocked him. Um, However, that means that he also experienced some of the negative traits of Aquarius, which is we can be just as mean, brutal, ruthless, and cold, if not even worse than cold. Because we, especially if we're being screwed, uh, Aquarius has a temper that is legendary. Normally, Aquariuses keep their tempers well within the calm level. They don't usually let it come to a boil. But if you watched the second broadcast last night, you could see some of the anger issues that were coming out from my frustration with Pop. Um, and it's a scary thing when an Aquarius loses their cool because, yeah, we can be downright nasty. The one woman that was talking about Aquarian dark energy, I was sitting there going, "That's not true." And Lumi said, "Oh, yes, it is." And she's like, "You really don't believe you can be like that?" Guess again. I'm like, "Okay, maybe we can be, but usually I don't usually go that far." Um, if Pop's powers are not real, how did you get it in nightmare last night? That wasn't from Pop, but it was a very interesting uh, message about feeling like that Michelle was being manipulated by somebody for the last 3 months. Yeah, I mean, so well, actually, I think it had more to do with Patty than Pop. Um, I didn't go into um, the dark signs of Virgo because that scared me even more than Pop does. Um, but yeah, Pop is very very much into the occult and the macabre and scary stuff, just scary shit. Okay, um, Patty by their nature, Virgo females can be even worse. You have been. Oh, I don't think so. But Michelle's been having nightmares before this. This isn't the first one. About being between two waking states. I was the one that helped Michelle kind of recover from that because it was a recurring theme that just keeps showing up on and off YouTube. It's not just a once in a while thing. It's come up many, many times. People don't really realize that Michelle is an extremely sensitive person. She may act like the alien or the ice cube, but if you ever get underneath her exterior and get to see her soft, chewy center, she's actually a very kind person, but is just afraid to show her emotions in a uh, to a large group of people, which is related. Yeah, it's related to Virgo. Yeah. Um, so people piece is not happy with the way yeah. I see that. Fine. Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm gonna say one thing about Pop. I think I gotta worry more about Patty casting spells. Patty can be like the She Devil in the movie She Devil. Now that's Scorpio. What Virgo does is worse. She, in one story, the woman talked about in one movie, one Virgo nurse actually rescued this one guy in order to keep him under her control, broke both of his legs so he would never walk again. And then she took control of his life You're mine. I got your little dog Toto too. Thank you very much for scaring me the fuck out of seriousness. I don't need that. Pop can't bust a grape without his mother's assistance. Pop can cause great damage to his mother without her assistance. But a Virgo will break both of her Charge's kneecaps to keep them in control. Which is even more terrifying. I really gotta not focus too much on the dark shit because it scares me. Okay. So let's try to think of the positive things a little bit. Scorpios are flirts. They flirt, male and female alike. They're sneaky. Everybody knows this. There's a reason they have a stinger in their tail. Okay? Scorpios, well, you said stinger too, especially for revenge. But what Virgo does is she literally totally dehumanizes people to the point where they lose their identity. I had the displeasure, I'll be honest, meeting this for 2 months in her house. Thou shalt not enter thy house of thy Virgo unless thou is ready to lose thy identity very quickly. Because that's exactly, especially if she has got a psychotic streak, you are in deep shit. And that's the truth. When I read what she said, what this astrologer said about Virgo, I was like, oh, beautiful. I was in the extra dark house of Virgo. Holy shit. They are animal hoarders. They are control freaks. They're sadists. They actually are sadists and they are masochists. They are into that subservient control thing. But they're very successful, unfortunately, which is scary for me because once they get that little bit of a willingness, that beautiful little Virgo smile on your face, you're in trouble. And you can't get rid of it. The only one cure for Virgo: run. That's the only cure you got. You can't even run fast enough. Because the fact is, who are we gonna go to next? Oh, forget Libra. Libra's a mess. Forget Pisces. They're bipolar. Gemini is worse. And you're sitting there going, wouldn't it be better just to remain single for the rest of my life than risk myself and my salvation to some psycho? Obviously. But once they got the little poison dart in you, you're screwed. How you doing, Skynet? Oh, yeah. So serious. Watch the signs, watch the videos on my astrology playlist. I'll let you deal with the horrors. I'm not going to explain them. I'm not going to play them. As I've already played them once, and I got the heebie-jeebies and scared shitless. If you want to watch the videos I put on my playlist, do it. And trust me, it is going to be worse than any horror movie you have ever seen on TV. Especially when she describes Virgo and Scorpio vindictiveness. You do not want to cross either one. A Virgo and a Scorpio in bed together is hell. I'm not kidding you. If he cheats, she kills him. Literally. She'll break both of his legs and he will never leave the house again. That's absolutely true. She will, and she does, have that mean streak about the extra dark Scorpio. Sorry, I love extra dark chocolate, but I don't like extra dark Virgo, and I sure the fuck don't like extra dark Scorpio. And I don't think I want to have both of them in the same bedroom. I spoke with Paul. He told me that it was being distracting when I play music. Yeah, I know. Sometimes it's okay a little bit, but sometimes at the wrong time it can be a little bit much. There's nothing wrong with a little bit now and then, like for mood setting. But when you go heavily into sound effects and music, in some cases it can become. Oh man, we have to do. You know what we should do for Halloween next year? What? Let's make a horror movie. Oh no. No. I cannot visualize you playing an extra dark Scorpio female or an extra dark Virgo female. No, but I think I'd be terrible at it. But I got a Scorpio woman that could do extra dark Scorpio female really well. Yeah, I know the one. I don't think she would be interested. Maybe not. And I sure the hell know Patty ain't gonna want to play no extra dark Virgo female. No. She would perfectly fit the part. Yes, she would. I clipped that bit from yesterday's when you said you wanted me to COD. I figured you would. Oh, dear God. Yeah. I says Pop is more powerful than Patty because he's more into the cult. Yeah, that's because that's the nature of Scorpio males and females. They are into the occult. They're into vampirism. They're into demonology. They're into the occult. They're into bloody murder movies. A lot of them are actually serial killers too, for real. So yeah. Not a very comfortable place to be. I was ready to crawl underneath my bed. Fuck my knee. I was ready to crawl underneath my bed. I want to hide. I just watched it. I once watched about 6 videos on dark souls, or not dark souls, dark zodiac signs, including my sisters, and Capricorn men, the devil himself. That's what. It's not funny because that's actually a sign of Capricorn is the devil. Do you know that? The goat guy is the devil. Oh my God. That's my sister. To the T. Guess what my Venus sign is? Capricorn. Yeah. Not exactly a comfortable thought. So maybe if you and Patty in the bedroom, you guys could have been successful because you're both Earth signs, at least in your Venus. No, because she's not. She's not a Capricorn in her Venus. She's an Aquarius. Oh my God, it's reverse. It's reverse. You're talking about now you got this Virgo or maniac, as she can be, and she's got an Aquarius in the house of Venus, and you got an Aquarius with a Capricorn in the house of Venus. Do you realize what that would be like? Lightning, thunder, Armageddon. Yeah, trouble. Almost as bad as having him on the show. You're not, you ask about, yeah, well, you guess I'm spilling you. I'm not going to ask. We don't need to ask. We don't want to ask. We don't need to know. Right. Oh, I'm sure he's doing dark shit. There's no doubt about that. All right, let's try to take this like a little later. So let's see. I watched a lot of videos today. I just watched videos. And I did talk to Patty some more. and she's doing okay right now. She's got some personal issues in her life that I'm not going to go into. Ed, a Taurus, has issues in his life that he's going through with his own relationship and housing issues. That's all I'm going to go into right now. And it seems like lately the stuff I've been getting into hasn't been very positive energies. I'm not happy about it because I really rather have focusing on the more positive flow of a show. But, you know, at the same time, uh, remember where the alien ice cubes? Yeah. By the way, Virgo can be just as cold and nasty as Aquarius. So, um, but I don't really want to go get cold and nasty. But you can tell Pop that right now I am not in the mood to play his game. Okay? Just accept that. I don't want to know what he's doing. Trust me, I don't want to know. As far as I know, he's sacrificing a goat on an altar to some demon god that I couldn't and I don't want to know. uh, hey guys, the minute I get Pop involved in the show tanks. Uh, yeah, okay. No, not really. Um, like I said at the beginning of the show, I was watching videos on the dark sides, the zodiac signs, and some of the stuff was really scary. And we all know Pop is probably one of the scary ones. That's one of the reasons why Scorpio is actually considered one of the creepiest zodiac signs. Um, but I don't really see where too much about my sign, and depending on who you talk to, it's not discussed. No, I wasn't watching porn. Um, I was watching YouTube videos on the different zodiac signs and how they deal with things like breakups. Uh, oh, that's another thing. Don't piss off a Scorpio. Obviously, I mean, it doesn't matter if you're friends or if your relationship with a Scorpio. Because they'll backstab you. They'll actually front stab you. Fuck your back. They'll go right for your chest. Um, well, anyway, the point is the but the thing is, it's even weirder is the fact is that the stuff I'm finding out on the internet makes any kind of horror movie from Stephen King look like kids play. Really, and scary shit. Scary shit. You're dealing with that shit. That's scary, man. I think I've had enough of you for a while. I don't think we need to go anymore with this. Really. I don't think we need to do any more with this. I say, be gone! Bam! I put the band hammer on you. Really. I don't need to deal anymore with this stuff. We already I already had enough of my share of horrible, scary shit. I don't need to deal with any more horrible, scary shit. Okay? It's one of the reasons why I really, seriously don't want to go there. Yeah. Just take it with a grain of salt, guys. I really don't want to go there. So I'm gonna try to focus on good stuff for energies. No, I don't. And by the way, and no, I really don't. I don't even like the smell of bacon. I really don't. I mean, I don't get as some people get really angry with the smell of meat. I don't get so mad about it. I just don't like the smell of pork for some reason. So when somebody's trying to fry up some rashers, I tend to want to be somewhere else. I just don't like to get into that stuff. Well, I think we should almost put a quick prayer in for the good spirits because I got a feeling we scared ourselves so bad that we don't even know what the hell we're doing. All right, I agree with you there, Lim. Let's do a quick one. Nomi Paci Fili Spiritu Santo. Dear Heavenly Father, please help us that this show does not go down the shitter real fast. Let's hope that we are safe from the snares and the darkness, evils, and the fear of the devil. Keep us strong and safe. Keep us under your loving caresses. Brother Jesus Christ of Nazareth, we ask you to help guide the show towards something positive and out of the ditches of failure. And we ask this in your blessed name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, who lives ever and ever. Amen. Kyrie eleison, Christi eleison, Kyrie eleison. Amen. Sure you are. Yeah. Why don't you just do me a favor before you make everybody leave again? And go bye-bye. Bye-bye. Don't need you today. Don't need this. Already fucking scared everybody. Don't need to scare us anymore. Get back from me, Satan. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Scorpion. You keep that scorpion tail away from me, or I'm going to take a knife and I'm going to cut it off. No. I used to inhale the fumes, though, from Dory's weed. When you smoke over here, I get the secondhand fumes. Yeah. But, gotta admit, though, it's kind of important. Well, we started early, so majority of the people are probably going to be coming on later on in the show because they're probably saying to themselves as, oh, Michelle will be alive at 8 o'clock tonight. I did say on Facebook I was going to try 7. So, where are my Facebookers? Where are my Facebookers? Come on, Facebookers. You know you're out there, Facebookers. Don't know anything but that. But anyway, so playlist that I mentioned, you should check it out. If you're like astrology, I took all the astrology videos that I had in my 2020 playlist and I put them in their own because a lot of them I felt were kind of making a mess of the 2020 playlist. Remember what the 2019 one was like. I mean, my mix of videos, and of course the mix of the news articles from Next News Network and other sites. And so I decided at this point we would have the 2020 playlist more simplified. No, you're not. Obviously, I see you. You never were blocked. But yeah. You never were blocked. No. I don't drink alcoholic beverages. I don't smoke weed. I don't even drink blood. Okay. I don't do any of that stuff. I never have. I never really found interest in it. I've been trying to comment for a couple of weeks. You tell Black Me for asking how you got your hair so blonde. Well, I'll answer your question anyway. I get my hair so blonde the same way everybody else does. 20 val bleach, hair bleach. I have it done professionally because you can see why if I don't. You can see the grooves that really unruly. So let's just spin around so you can show them the back of the head. Spin around. You know how to do that. Just spin around. Like that. You can see how it grows out. Yeah, it just grows out like this. It's messy. It just grows out really weird. It's an Aquarius thing. I swear to God, it's Aquarius. Actually, it's an Aspie thing. Oh, okay. That's one thing. No, I never had McGriddles. This month I am. Next month I was able to scare up a little extra savings to get it done. That's why we put $20 of savings in the savings account each month. For that reason, so that we have a buffer. Plus, the electric bill is lower next month, so we're going to have the money for that. Right. I don't actually like either one, actually. Of the Cokes I do like vanilla Coke and cherry Coke. But my favorite beverage of choice is Moxie. 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 It's hard to get it in Connecticut, but it is a Maine favorite. The word Moxie is considered a Maine word for guts. It's actually made to root extract. It's actually a very strong type of root beer type stuff. It's really good. I like it. And it was for a long time. At one time, it was a very well-known beverage outside of Maine. That you can get it in New England. It's just you have to look around for it. Isn't it like 50, 60 bucks to get your hair bleached? Seems like a waste of just to have someone else. It's better to have them do it professionally and spend the 50, 60 bucks because at least the salon will not ruin your hair. Now, if I tried it myself, that would probably have been more damaged. And I had done some testing with that idea in when I was at Arkansas Enterprise of the Blind, and I went redhead. That was a really colossal nightmare. Unless you can see what you're doing and you can manage to treat the roots like you're supposed to, don't do it yourself. Okay? Oh, my hair's not ruined. It's growing out. It's growing out. It's going to take a lot of work to fix it because when Patty did it, she was in a bit of a rush. But it is fixable. It's hair. It's hair. Yeah, it's just hair. It's not like somebody like ruining your kneecap repair because some orthopedic doctor for whatever reason decided that not to do a certain procedure or something. It's hair. It grows. So because it grows, it can always go back. I think it's time for you to just that's not worth it. It's not worth it. Just ignore them. Don't even bother reading it. Because the real good comments are going to come in a little while. And yeah, well, the only thing is that we started early, so we're going to have to fill up some time. What can we do for this time? Why don't we, for the fun of it, show them the compatibility comparison between Patty and your chart? Let's not. I don't really feel up to sitting there and look at her chart and because it just makes me feel worse. Okay, so I don't really want to go there with Virgo right now. I'm not mad at Patty. The problem is she's extra psycho. I don't want to go there. Okay. The just to say that I don't know how in the hell how she did what she did. Welcome, says the spider to the fly. Yeah, how did she succeed in doing that? Oh, she turned on the charm. Oh, okay, I know the charm she used. Yeah, I haven't used that one before. If you believe that, I got a bridge for sale. I know the charm she used. Jeez, it's successful. You know the charm. Then why did you get snookered? I didn't think about it. You let your guard down, and she took advantage of you, and then she basically ran you out and took you out to the cleaners, and multiple layers. Yeah. I know. Okay. Rose mode. How are you? Are you afraid of the virus? I live in Italy. No, I'm not. Because I live in a small town, and where I am, it's not here yet. Being I am mostly a hermit, introverted Aquarian, I hardly ever leave the house anyway. So the only time you're very likely to get it would be at the soup kitchen. And given the fact as I sit far away from everybody naturally anyway, I'm not likely to get the germs from anybody directly. So COVID-19 is becoming a concern worldwide. But there are things that you can do to keep yourself safe. Obviously, the most important one is if you feel sick, don't go into a public place like a soup kitchen. It doesn't matter if it's a virus or a cold, you just don't want to go there. Or even if you get pneumonia or any kind of bronchitis, you don't want to go there. Um, the reason why so many people get their coworkers sick, for example, is because they need to earn their living. And in the United States, you only get so many paid sick days off. So employers, of course, want as many able bodied people on the job as they can get. So a person thinks they have a cold, all of a sudden they come in and they give the cold to the coworkers, to the clients, to everybody else. COVID-19, in many ways, is no worse of way of transmission, except it's extra virulent and is likely to spread further. Where the one person gets in with the flu, for example, 9 people sick, they say statistically speaking that one person can get 45 people sick with COVID-19. So it's definitely is a very bad thing. I hope you stay healthy. Well, that's one thing I also tend to have going for me is I have a very strong immune system. I don't even take a flu shot, and I have not had the flu this year. I've had the flu 2 years ago. That was pretty frustrating, but it only lasted me about a week, and then I was back to my old feisty self. So, um, but as you get older, the risk of the COVID-19 increasing the risk of fatality increases accordingly. By the time you're 80 years old, I'm only 52. By the time you're 80 years old, your chance of mortality is 50%. Now, of course, that increases accordingly. Exponentially, if you have other things where your immune system may be compromised. For example, if you're taking anti-rejection drugs because of a transplant, or if you are on chemo for cancer, you're going to be at increased risk from COVID-19, just as you would be increased risk from the flu. So the most important thing that you can do to keep safe from the flu, the common cold, COVID-19, wash your hands. Do not forget that. Because if also don't put your hands in your mouth unless your hands are washed. Do not put your hands in your eyes because that will bust. If the COVID-19 virus or cold virus or flu virus gets on your skin, it's going to go right into your system through your pores of your body. So, common sense says wash your hands, don't put your hands in your mouth. And for God's sakes, please wash your hands before you eat, okay? Because it's important to be safe. This is all common sense stuff. Yes, it is all common stuff out on the wire. But you'd be surprised how many times the media has not even covered the most common everyday steps that you can do. Because the common everyday stuff doesn't get views of news stories and dramatization. And that is the reason why you don't hear too many everyday people talking about the obvious, which is how to keep yourself safe. Hour in the wire. he's right above you. um, yeah. Oh wait. The thing is, the I don't know. I just been studying a lot of things about different things. Oh, Biden. Let's talk about this. Biden still thinks he's going to take the White House. However, there's questions wondering if he has developed Alzheimer's and senile dementia. I have to be honest, I don't know if he is or not, but there are things about Joe Biden that makes me wonder if maybe he has. Same thing with Nancy Pelosi. Same thing with Elizabeth Warren. There is something about what's going on with the candidates in the Democratic Party. I know Nancy Pelosi is not a candidate, but these older people have been acting really odd lately. I'll be honest, Donald Trump, he's just about as old as them. And while he's doing very well, I am concerned that if he does win his term, as for this term as president, if by the second term, if he's going to be in the same league as President Reagan as far as his mental capacities. I know he tries really hard to stay healthy, but when you get to be 74, 75 years old, he was 70 years old when he became president. I really do seriously worry about that, about the well-being of our president, our commander-in-chief, when you get to be that age. Don't give apologies. I did give apologies. No, not far from it. But where is Skynet when I need him? Where is Skynet? It's too bad we can't do too many phone calls. We can do phone calls. It's just that the phone calls kind of get a little bit distracting and confusing, and it just adds layers of complication on top of complication. So I really would like to focus more on trying to have people jump in the chat and talk to each other. Even if I didn't manage to jump in chat with you guys, I am reading them. I'm seeing them. I'm trying to be easy on the band hammer. So if you're really thinking I'm going to throw everybody under the bus, me and Lumi will try our best not to use the band hammer excessively. But we do not want to see the show end up like last night's, where a simple piece of good news basically resulted in me all of a sudden be sideswiped by Pop. Pipe is a psychic vampire, so that's why he did that. Anyway, it's just his nature. It's the Scorpio nature, yeah. I thought of something. Okay, just get back real quick on that. If Pop is a psychic vampire and he's dating a Virgo, and she can be just as much of a psychic vampire control freak, who wins the battle? Well, according to one astrologer, the answer is just like a Black Widow. She does. And she literally rips the stuffing out of a Scorpio. So that's kind of scary. In its own right. Okay. No, it's a girl I like. This is true. She just acts like nothing happened. There was a girl for I'm still friends with her. I'm still, Yeah. It was a woman I lived with for 2 months. Um, the problem with living with her for 2 months is you get to see them without their cosmetics, without their mask, without the public persona. And you get to see the real person, good or bad. And but I still have feelings for her, so that makes, like I said, it's almost like she put a stinger in me, and it's still pumping venom. Because it's okay. You know what it is? I know what it is. I know what it is. Virgos, Virgo. Oh, thy mysterious Virgo, this clean erotic freak. You gotta love them. You gotta hate them. They will maintain your life. They will control your life to the T. They will totally orchestrate your life. You will know. They will make sure that you have clean underwear, socks, and that you are guaranteed to take a shower twice a day. They will make sure that you have food to eat and that you always will have fresh sheets on your bed. Now make sure that your day is perfectly bliss and you don't have to worry about the bullshit of taking care of bills, for they take care of all that. They appear as the perfect hostess until you piss them off. And then the evil witch comes out, or the evil wizard, whichever the case may be. All of a sudden, you will wish you were never born. Because they have a way of making you feel very small, very fast. Not exactly something that I enjoyed with her controlling me as she was doing. Because what she was doing was, you will not be on the internet. You will not have social friends. You will not do videos. You will not make phone calls. You will not look at the weather forecast. You will not look at the news. You will not do anything until I teach you. You will shit when I say. You will piss when I say. You will take a shower when I tell you to. You will do everything I tell you exactly. And it must be done exactly in the order I tell you. And you must not deviate even 0.1%. It must be perfectly done exactly as I tell you. Or else. And if you don't, I'll get you, yeah, pretty, and your little stupid idiot attitude too. Yeah, that's a Virgo. That's a Virgo. Yeah, that's the real deal Virgo in the psycho mode. You don't want to go there. You do not want to go there. Okay? It's creepy, honestly. I tried sticking up for Michelle, but then Michelle called me a troll and took away my wrench. This Rachel is a mom. She tells Michelle what to do. Right now, she's just watching in the background. She wants to see the show go fairly well. Rachel, by the way, is a Leo. She's the lioness, which has its own dark sides. But I didn't go into the Leo lioness dark sides. What I'll just say is that every sign that is out there has a dark side. Everyone does. Some show it more than others. So let's talk about the positive traits of Virgo. And let's talk about positive traits of actually all the signs. Let's talk about the positive traits of Scorpio. Scorpio is not all bad. Scorpio is known to be a very passionate sign, very well liked, has a large circle of friends, likes to flirt. That can be a good thing if you happen to be a person who likes to be the wanderer. Um, Scorpio tends to have a public persona that's very charismatic and very energetic, which is a really cool thing. Aquarius. Aquarius people are, yeah, we're distant, we're cold, we're the aliens, the zodiac, we're the spacey ones. I don't mean to be insulting to my sign. It's just true. We are spacey. We're the ETs. We are the ones that are focused on the things not of Earth category. A lot of Aquariuses do tarot card readings. A lot of Aquariuses are into the religious circles. Um, they focus on a lot of out of this world energies. A lot of them are Star Trek or Star Wars fans. Um, However, Aquariuses are smart, very sharp, very knowledgeable. Study like there's no tomorrow. Their mind is always awake, even when their body is not. They study, observe, analyze, and compartmentalize. They put everything together. They're always inspiring people. They love music. They love the arts. Um, if you got a friend that's an Aquarius, they will, in most cases, you are well respected among them and you will always be treated well. Aquariuses can be very loyal. I said can, because if you deal with the dark side of Aquarius, you rather be going out with somebody else instead. They are not normally into lying, duplicity, cheating, but they do like to flirt a little bit. Many Aquariuses are pretty much homebodies and loners. They don't usually, they have friends, but they're not really close to their friends. They tend to be, enjoy a lot of the quiet time, me time. They do things by themselves. They're fiercely independent. Um, comparing it to Virgo. Virgo is kind of similar. You got the she's an earth sign. He or she, it could be a man or a woman, doesn't matter. Um, they are very knowledgeable, very focused on everyday concerns. They're a worrywart. They worry about you. They care about you. Many of them are in the medical field. Um, they're in the service industry, which includes doctors and nurses. Um, they're highly intelligent. They study. They study everything they can, just like the Aquarius does. But their studies tend to be more of earth-based needs, such as, like I said, medicine or also in the sciences. Whereas the Aquarius tends to be kind of spacey. But that's not because we're trying to be mean. It's just the way we are. Um, let's see. Capricorn. Capricorns are focused on making money, status, um, business people. A good example of a Capricorn would be Quark from Deep Space Nine, where he's focused on making money and making sure he has plenty of gold pressed platinum in his pocket at all times. They're focused on symbols and status. They're focusing on, I want a nice house, I want a nice car. Virgo and of course Scorpio, Capricorn women are likewise. They are looking for the well-to-do rich guy who has all those nice things that can satisfy her every desire. Every desire. They are definitely driven by well-to-do and status. She can be a real disciplinarian. She's not a person that runs a loose ship. She is not an Aquarius. A Virgo, a Capricorn mother and Virgo, they're both air signs, are focused on the home, the hearth, and they are focused on harsh, hard rule. Don't piss off either one. The Aquarius, Libra, and I believe Gemini. Yes, Gemini. Yes, Donald Trump sign. We are focused on the elf outside of the earthly plane. Primarily, we're talking about the sign of the yes. Aquarius is a fixed earth sign or is fixed air sign. Taurus is a fixed earth sign. One of the things about fixed earth signs is they're stubborn as nails. It doesn't matter which one you believe in. If you happen to be a Taurus, you're stubborn, male or female. Aquarius, stubborn, male or female. Uh, I don't know which one of the main other signs are the fixed ones. I believe Leo is the fixed fire sign. Um, he's concerned about stage acting, presentation. He's the show guy or gal that has a nice house with the ultimate extravagance, exuberance, and basically wants the best. Wow. Not exactly something that I would say that everybody wants. Well, TYT, MSNBC. Well, very interesting sign. Anybody got any questions? Let's get some questions on the round table today. Let's get some questions on the round table. Any questions? Anybody got any questions? As long as they're not too ridiculous, we will entertain questions from the audience. So if you have any questions, let's get to them. Hold on. 2 hour show. 2 hour show. We got about 50 minutes left. Yeah. 2 hours left. Let's see. What about the weather for the next few days? Weather the next few days is going to be nice. It's going to be a little bit wet though. We're going to be seeing temperatures as high as 17 degrees Celsius in 2 days. It's going to be rain, and it's going to be high as 17 degrees Celsius, which is like in the mid 60s. And for those people who use Frankenstein units, you're not going to be freezing your ass off. However, the temperature will drop again a bit after that, but it will not get down to freezing. But it certainly will not be no roasty toasty day. But it will be fluctuating a bit. After 2 days, the temperatures will fluctuate downward and then fluctuate back up again. So it's going to be kind of a mixed bag weather-wise. No, I'll just ignore you instead. It's easier. No, no, I don't block everybody. I am not necessarily want to use the man hammer. I just basically just don't want to have to keep doing that. It's first of all, it's really slow on the computer. So anyway, but as far as the zodiac signs go, who are the nicest zodiac signs? Honestly, I don't think there's any really nice zodiac signs. It depends on what you're looking for in the zodiac personality. If you want the bohemian hippies, the ones that basically like to be groovy, then Aquarius is your thing. Well, the second good example would be Libra. And the third level, that would be Gemini. Okay. But Libra is known to be flirtatious and likes to have lots of relationships. Okay. Aquariuses don't really have any relationships at all. They tend to stay to themselves. Even if they have a social circle of friends, they are known to disappear. They're known to go and hide and spend time to themselves in their sanctums. If you want your house perfectly clean from the cellar to the dome, then Virgo is for you. If you want a house that looks like it's sparkling, like it was cleaned by the best cleaning companies in the world, many of them are hired by or manned by Virgo, which is definitely what you'll get with a Virgo parent. Your kids will have perfect health, perfect teeth, and perfect behavior because Virgo will not tolerate bullshit. If you want kids to be boastful and prideful, then Leo is for you. Just like anyone else, a Leo loves to upstage everybody, is definitely for the limelight, loves show business, loves performing on stage. If you're looking for a guy who basically is rash, basically says stupid shit and doesn't think clearly until afterwards, i.e., my landlord, then you want an Aries. An Aries is a sign that basically is very known to sometimes act first impulsively and then later go, oops, sorry. And then, of course, you want a guy or gal who likes to travel the world and enjoy it in the process, then Sagittarius is for you. As Sagittarius loves to travel, but these people do not like to be settled down to anybody. They just enjoy going around the world, having fun, are definitely the freedom traveler types. That is definitely Sagittarius, which is my ascending sign, by the way. Yeah. Okay. Um, if you want creepy, you go with Scorpio. If you want sort of creepy, but not quite as creepy, but if you want the emotional type, you go with Cancer, period. That's the way it is. Pisces is kind of in the middle. They can kind of be funny, but they can be kind of creepy. So they have a mood swing. Pisces can't decide if they're a fire sign or a water sign because they basically sometimes act like both. um, You threatened to block me earlier. Oh, you're not being blocked right now, so shut up. Yeah. Yeah, you're not being blocked right now. But no one seems to be interested in your comments. Gee, it's not interesting. No one's interested in your comments, lady. Yeah. I'm not. No. No. Why would I be interested in your? I mean, I would be interested in your comments if they had some substance behind them, but they sound kind of pedantic and whiny, and I don't really think that I need to respond to them. But if anybody has any real comments, anybody real points that they would like to address, I will address them for real. I am looking at the comments. I'm not going to respond to every single one that comes up, though. Normally, no, on Unwire. But the thing is that if the comment doesn't seem to fit in what we're talking about, or it doesn't seem like it's out of place, or it doesn't seem like it's going to be used to encourage any positive thought, then that's when I have to basically say it's worth moving on, skipping over it. If it's a comment that is worth answering a question and it has a legitimate subject matter, I will read it and I will answer it. Like I just answered your question just now. So there you go. Now, as far as what are the thing too about Aquarius versus Virgo. Aquarius, even though we're very methodical people, we tend to come up with answers on the fly. We tend to be very thoughtful, very, very calculating. We do not make rash decisions, but rather we come up with quick solutions to problems. Virgo thinks that they have all the answers and think that they can solve all the problems, but they take a while to come to an answer as they're constantly mulling over decisions to determine what's the best course of action. Unfortunately, in process of taking so long and being glacial thought, Aquariuses tend to get impatient with Virgos because we know that they're smart, but we see that their decision planning is a stale pace compared to ours, where we can be very fast and very quick. Most Virgos tend to be more slow and methodical, and that sometimes drives us ape shit. Male or female, that applies to. However, some Aquariuses wish to wear Virgos because Virgo is the clean, neat ones that basically show a nice professionalism that unfortunately Aquariuses don't have. Ironically, many Virgos wish they were Aquariuses because they are actually envious of our freeness, our ability to basically be free thinkers and not afraid to be out there and roaming around in the society, whereas a Virgo is focused on a few things. Unfortunately, Virgos tend to be, as I said, perfectionists, and they're even harder on themselves than they are on their loved ones. Because the Virgo, especially if she or he has had a bad childhood, develops a very serious set of neuroses that basically will extend and continue on into their adulthood. The majority of the Aquariuses do not have this. Rather, we're so detached that you don't even hear us talking about our family. Family life to an Aquarius is, oh, well, that's my mother, that's my father. My mother begat me. My father gave her the seed. I'm the product of both. In my case, I'm a product of a Virgo mother and a Libra father. Okay. So, very interesting that I happen to have fallen in love with a Virgo woman when my mother herself was a Virgo. Uh, sure, she's a Virgo. I think she's more Scorpio. No, she's Virgo, I think. No. Okay. Um, very, very interesting. I think that's a feeling on the text in the Twilight Zone. It's almost like she's saying nothing at all. It's just like going in such strange places. I can't get track of it. Good. Yes, I'm not expecting you to keep track of it. That's a Virgo thought. Everybody tries to keep track of everything I say. It is a way Virgos act. They feel that they can't keep up with the Aquarian mind because they can't. Aquariuses are too fast for them. But I will say one thing. I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling groovy today. Mm-hmm. And I did start a show that was a little early, and I did get into something that probably was more macabre than I normally would go to. Um, but sometimes I do like to broach upon things that are different to liven up the show. Compared to last night's Scream Fest, uh, it was certainly more enjoyable to cover these topics today uh, and try to approach new things. And yesterday we had Native Muse on, which unfortunately not too many people got a chance to be introduced to. Native Muse is the woman that donated the studio mixer, the studio that makes it possible for us to do the videos with this audio gear that we use now. Native Muse was the one who gave us the mixers as a donation to the channel. The She bought it brand new from Sweetwater, and it has been in service. Except one time when it got water damage, which then was the only time it had to be sent back to be fixed at the board level by Behringer itself. It is now back, of course. It has been quietly working its way around the studio for the last 2 years. And so that's a great thing. The Also, we had Yvonne Manning on. Yvonne certainly was not at all impressed with Pop and his behaviors either. She's in the medical field and could see that Pop had obviously has a psychosis of his own. Rachella has also said the same thing. Has have several other people. The Pop is definitely has a psychosis. The next thing is Pop psychosis was starting to wear me out as they tend to wear down the victims. The Scorpio mind is they take over control of your life to the point where you are basically nothing more than an empty husk. And then they dine on your entrails. Sometimes quite literally, as some Scorpios are into vampirism as well. They're definitely psychic vampires, but some of them are also blood drinking vampires as well. Um, well, he's not on now. See, he's not on today. So where's everybody? I made a deal. I got him off the show, and there's no one here. No one here. No one here. Yeah, 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 yeah. No one here. Pop's not here. Do, 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 do. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Let me see this message. Oh, his socks, yeah, they were here earlier. And not now. Doesn't mean he's not going to put out his little feelers. Because Scorpios do have little feelers. Then they get the big bottom tail. But, you know what's even more interesting? You know that even if you look at the symbol for Scorpio, it looks like the letter M with like a big fork tail on the back. Right? Look at the Virgo tail. It's still the letter M, but the tail looks like a club. It's true, it does. Yeah. Uh, she wants it to be like that nobody's commenting, but she really is. Everyone is blocked, and most of them won't come back. That's the game ruined. No. No, because I have 7 people watching the show. And not everybody's going to sit there and talk and then show. Not everybody. On the wire says Michelle got mad at me for timing out Pop sock account. Because at the time I thought it was a real account. I couldn't tell. Ferrari generates them faster than a cockroach generates eggs. And so I couldn't tell. Who is the sock puppet? Who is the real people? That's the reason why I got upset. It turns out that he was not a real person. And by the way, he's logged in on my Discord with his sock puppet account. This is fine. We all know that my Discord is like an unruly saloon, basically, with a bunch of people basically coming in and out, basically having shoot 'em ups. Unless they accidentally kill somebody, no one is going to sit there and push the issue about that on my Discord. Everybody's black. We are the 1%. 536 people. You're not the 1%. That'd be 53. That'd be 53. No, that'd be 5.3. 5.3. 5.3. Thanks. 5.4. You wanted it off. 5.4. Okay. We got right now 7 people in here. Yeah, well, you can get your wrench back eventually. I never said I can't get wrenches back. But if I do, it's going to be when I've determined that it is necessary. I don't need a million mods in here. This channel does not have the kind of activity at this point to need a million mods. Okay? Give me 100 actual valid subs, and then we can. When I say 100, I mean 100 on the show. Then we'll see about giving more wrenches out. But right now, there's not enough people coming in right now to need 5 or 6 mods on the show. That only has like 7 people in the chat, or 8 people in this case. Okay, that's the reason we don't need to have everybody being mods, because if we had more people on the show, more people in comments and in chat, where we can justify having another mod. I don't want a wrench. I don't want to look like I support your terrible actions. then stop complaining about it. Now, let's talk about how bad or how dangerous is an Aquarian as a Snow Queen? That's a good question. Because you know that the main story of the Snow Queen by Hans Christian Andersen was written about a woman that he could not stand. Based on the Nordic legend, he created the Snow Queen character because he met this one horrible woman that he could not stand. I don't know if she was an Aquarius, Scorpio, or a Virgo. But given the way he felt about her, he probably saw her more as an Aquarius. Cold, calculating, precise. About as much feelings as an icebox. And sharp as a wit. Sharp, sharp, sharp. But absolutely calculating. It was one of his best fairy tales. Another one that was kind of good, though it didn't get much press, was something called the Dryad, which I liked. I read the Dryad. Very fascinating fairy tale. It's about a tree that became a human woman. But because of the pollution of Paris, the poor woman didn't live very long. It's very sad. Very sad story. But the Dryad, as a tree, her tree was sickly too. It was dying because of Paris pollution. So she wanted to experience being human for one night. Very, very dark story to it. A person in their right mind wouldn't allow the trolls to take over her likeness and spread her private photos, nor would they reindeer individuals who assault them. This is sad. Someone should whistle. What do you mean by whistle? I can't even whistle. Nope. But one thing about being the North American Snow Queen is be glad I'm not a Scorpio because I don't think Mother God would entrust the role of Snow Queen to a Scorpio. Think about what that would be. A Scorpio would be the poor person for the job. It just doesn't fit the role. What if Virgo was the Snow Queen? I don't think so. Virgo is too neurotic to be Snow Queen. I think she would insist that her snowstorms must be of ultimate perfect precision. Everything has to be perfect, but from the wind, the snow, the humidity, the barometric pressure to the lay of the land to determine the right depth of snow. Well, she would be terrible as a Snow Queen. Unless she's the real dark Virgo. Then he'll have no fury like a dark Virgo. And she certainly would not be candidate. I think Alexander Moskalev was a dark Virgo. Scorpio. He was Scorpio. Yeah. Alexander Moskalev, Russia was a Scorpio. No wonder why he lost his title. Yes. Scorpio as a weather sorcerer? No. What do you think about Virgo for winter or autumn stewardess? Virgo for autumn stewardess? No, because autumn is a messy season. That's when things are getting ready to wind down. The trees are losing their leaves. Scorpio would feel, Virgo would feel like she immediately has to go out there and start raking up the leaves. Um, Not exactly something that she's afraid of doing. Of course, keeping a clean house. How you doing today? How you doing today, Boston Girl Bridget? Who are you talking to? Let me in Finistra. And the audience. Yeah, just us. Just us two. No one else. No one else. And I got a question for you, Bridget. Which zodiac signs do you like and why? Which zodiac signs can you not stand and why? Let's get some new questions out. So, question is actually for anybody. Which zodiac signs do you like and why? And what zodiac signs do you not like and why? I just asked you up there how you were doing tonight. I'm doing fine. Lumi. 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 Lumi is my other half. Two souls, one body. Date one, you get the other one for free at Joseph S. Blake's. Yeah. What's and it's okay. Boston says I'm a Cancer, Gemini, my birthday. So you're a Cancer. So you like Cancer, or you're a combination of two signs? I know that Cancer can be a very emotional sign, but they also make excellent parents. They make excellent mothers. I don't know. I like them all. Everybody's different, and that's what makes us so great. Well, I'm Aquarius with Sagittarian ascent. My Venus sign is Capricorn. My lunar sign is Leo. My Uranus sign is Virgo, by the way. So I'm a little bit of everything. Lumi is a real person. You're just saying, no, Lumi is real. I'm real. It's a she. It's a she. It's a female spirit. So yeah, I'm the female spirit, but I'm Michelle's other half. Me and Michelle married to each other. We've been married for 9 years. 9 years. 9 years, about as long as I've been on YouTube. Yeah, something like that. I think we got married a little later on. You already were on YouTube. But yeah, we've been married for 9 years since Beltane of 2011. Me first. I'm going to get blocked again. Are you going to block me, Boston? I'm so confused. Everyone gets blocked. I don't understand why. No. Not unless you act like a nasty person. Now, we don't normally like blocking people unless we really, really pushing buttons at people. You really, really have to push. Really have to get blocked. Honestly. And so we don't like doing that just because we can do it. If we have to, we have to. It's a tool, but it's not a tool I normally like to yield much. So as long as you don't say nasty stuff, you're good. Asking questions is fine. Asking questions that are reasonable questions is fine. We have plenty of examples of unreasonable questions, but you haven't pushed them yet. Boston Bridget, what do you think of Virgo? What's your personal view on Virgo? Virgo. Men or women? Do you like them? I mean, I think they're kind of interesting. I think deep down Virgo wishes they were Aquarius. It's funny because I know some Aquariuses that wish they were Virgo. What did you think of that full moon, Michelle? Honestly, I didn't even look at the moon, but I suddenly felt the energies of the moon. So, um, and I think it had an impact on my psyche at 10th of March. So, but here's the good thing: that moon was the day I contacted Patty, and that yesterday's show. If you watched it, was it yesterday? Was it the day before? I think it was It was actually the 7th, wasn't it? Yeah, think it was the 10th. Was it the 7th or the 10th? It was a Monday. Oh, it was Monday. Yeah. Okay. So that's why you were basically creeping everybody out on that late night show. Well, Pop wasn't helping. Yeah. So the lunar energies were definitely in the air. There are other wrenches till they screw with me. I was blocked for what did you? Yeah. Nice Smigglekin, how you doing? Today we have a halfway decent show. Nobody flew off the handle yet. Pop's not here. There's no skate calls right now. It's just talking. But I think that was pretty good. You missed the beginning of the show, which was like trying to push a boulder up a hill. But we covered some of the dark signs of zodiac signs. The dark sides of zodiac signs. Very, very scary with Virgo, especially. No, not really. Maybe, just maybe, I might see Patty at the signature. Maybe. It sounded like she said she had to go to Winston Thursday. So, and I do need to take care of some things with Patty. And one of the things is I gotta arrange with her to pay her back for some of the things that I owe her money for. So we need to sit down and write out terms for agreement for May, June, July, August, September. May, June, July, August, September, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. I think 12 months. They were talking about $400, $20 a month. That's 20 months. Thank God she doesn't charge interest. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of months. Yeah. I wish I could change my mind and seeing how. Well, I do over for the cat food, the vet care, the medications that she actually gave my cats to keep them strong and healthy when one cat was sick. So I do see the $160 is definitely something that has to be paid for. That's only fair. The moving costs, yeah, I can kind of see your point about the moving costs. English, please. Emojis are fine. Yeah. I never got too good with emoji language to the point where I could actually read a whole bunch of video or comments written in emojis. I see so many people writing can actually write whole sentences in emojis. I can't do it. Every time I see a sentence full of emojis, it kind of reminds me of the game Concentration. Because it's like I have to sit there and look at these pictograms and try to figure out what they're trying to say, So that's kind of a challenge for me, translating emojis into English. But you also said something, you can't even pay yourself for yourself. You don't have to give her anything. Well, the problem is with me is I'm not the kind of person who likes to burn people, and I know Ed had said something similar, that you don't even owe her anything, considering the fact that she tried to burn your bridges. But that's because she uses a guilt technique. Yeah, but I still think I should still try to make an effort to pay her back because it's only fair. Anyway, Bridget, you said to me one time that maybe we might want to do a collaboration video. I didn't check the email yet to see if you got back to me. I don't know if you did or not. But for those of you who ever do want to reach me, let me just click on this here. Just get this contact link up. Yeah. It's my contact address. No, not black, but wouldn't it be in the? Okay. I'm out. I will share these screenshots. No, not black. That wouldn't be in the conversation. LOL. We talk. I can't understand them. I speak 3 languages. I don't actually fluently speak more than one, but I can read some French. I can read some Spanish. Of course, I can read some Italian too. But to actually seriously have a conversation in any of them, I can't do it. I don't have quite that ability. I don't know what screenshot you're talking about, but I do have a great night. Okay. Oh, yeah. Somebody said something about a screenshot. That would be the Mrs. Butterworth. I think the Mrs. Butterworth is talking about the supposedly porn shot of Michelle's privates. She is nuts. I don't even want to discuss that. I know all about it. I got a nicer screenshot of some privates from Skynet, which I wouldn't mind sharing. You can't share it here. I know. Oh, I'm not going to share it here. But anyway, the thing is that I'm hoping to try to maybe eventually get a meet and greet together. If anybody's interested in that, meet and greet. How would we do it? Considering I have audience all over the world, I don't know. Anybody have any ideas how we could have a meet and greet in person? Maybe depending on what happens when this COVID-19, maybe next year's Vlogger Fair, or maybe next year's South by Southwest or something. You could take the Amtrak down there. Who would take care of the cats? I don't know. Oh, I don't either. But yeah, maybe we could try to arrange something for next year, depending on the status of COVID-19. Most live far. I'm only about 1 hour away. Well, me and you can meet though in person. Why don't we try to do that? Contact me at my email address. Let me know what days are good for you, because I'm usually here every day. I don't usually go very far. And unfortunately, I don't have a car. But yeah, Foxwoods would have made sense if I had a car. I don't drive, so that's not going to work. Yeah, well, spring's not too far away. It's only about 9 days from now. You know that, right? Astara is the 20th. Yeah, Astara is the 20th. Um. Okay. Hopefully by that time my hair will be nice and coiffed and refreshed, and it won't look like a map that basically has seriously got it from a gangrene growing out of it. Doesn't look that bad. No, but it definitely has got to be retouched. Hair has to be retouched. I got an appointment on the 8th of April to get my hair retouched and trimmed and look better than it is. Yeah, it could be kind of vain. That's the Leo in my chart. The Leo in my chart could be a little bit vain. Yeah, just like the weather, better. I know you live. It's cold. Yeah, I do. Right now, it's pretty cool out there. It's not too bad. It's just it's I don't mind. I don't mind the weather as long as it. My comfort zone weather-wise is from 0 degrees Celsius to about 25 degrees Celsius. That's my comfort zone. Um, that's without the wind blowing. If the wind's blowing, I'm comfortable about 10 degrees Celsius to about 30 degrees Celsius. Yeah, especially when you haven't had your hair retouched professionally in 3 months. It's nice to go out and get it done. I feel like my hairdresser is gonna be like, "Oh wow, this is gonna be all my work this month." Well, I'm sorry about that. I'll make sure to bring some extra cash because I got a feeling it's gonna be not just one retouch job; it's gonna be two. Yeah. Well, cold doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. I've been known to walk outside in a t-shirt and shorts or a very short skirt when wind is blowing and the temperature outside is about minus 5 degrees Celsius. It doesn't bother me. That's just me. The cold doesn't bother me. I'll tell you, Michelle, don't take any shit from these kids. Right, right. And don't forget to get in contact with me. I posted my email address on here. And also, if you do ever want to go on to my Discord, I do recommend that you may want to make sure to realize that my Discord is not really regulated like it is here. So if you go on my Discord, you're going to be seeing some really weird shit up there. But some people like the Discord because it's kind of wild. Some don't. So just be aware of that. And it's right now, it's about 7 minutes to the 2 hour mark. It's about 7 hours to 2 hours. And for the most part, I think the show did pretty well. I'm really hoping to see more people coming on the show. We need more subscribers. Please do come on. Please do join the show. We're going to do our best to try to come up with better stuff. We might talk about more weird stuff too, but I just thought today about what I was watching on YouTube was just kind of might be of interest. Um, Very interesting stuff. Nature versus nurture. Does your zodiacal sign really determine your personality? I would say the answer is yes, it does. I don't know how come that is, but it does. It does. affect your personality, even without even anyone telling you anything about your zodiacal sign. My mother, my father never told me anything about Aquarius personality traits. I didn't even know anything about Aquarius personality traits. And yet, without knowing anything about Aquarian personality traits, I picked up all the traits of an Aquarian without even knowing anything about them. That's where the nature comes in. In other words, I was born under the sign of Aquarius, and I have Aquarius personality traits. People, this applies to other people too. This applies to my sister. Same thing. No one told her about what Capricorns were like, and she matches every single one of the Capricorn traits. My brother, he's a Libra. He's kind of Libra like. I don't think he really thinks much about it, but he definitely has a trait of a Libra man. So very interesting that we have these traits, and they just sort of kind of line up without even really thinking about them. Go figure. That's just weird. I thought it was absolutely fascinating the way our brains are tied into the astrological zodiac. So is astrology totally baloney and butt kiss? At this point, from what I've seen so far, the answer is no. Does that mean that your nurturing, the way you were raised, does not have an impact on your sign? I think it does. Clearly, as looking at what they said about some people's backgrounds can influence their behaviors. I definitely would say that is probably the case, that your background does influence your behaviors, but how much? I don't know. All right, guys, two left, and there's really not much more to say. Please be aware we'll have a live show tomorrow. Again, pop free, escape free, and just like today, I'll try to come up with some more exciting stuff. So if you have any ideas for topic ideas, please don't be afraid to comment on them and present your ideas in the description. Even though we've had a lot of likes tonight, I am going to again hide the likes score from the video only because of the situation with the dislike trolls. I mean, I don't want to deal with those guys. I don't want to deal with the negative baloney, and I just want to deal with a good show. I felt today was a good show. It was a relaxed environment, and I actually had a good time doing it tonight. All right, guys, that's a wrap. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys. Again, 7 o'clock, right? Yeah. 7? Are you really want to stay with 8? I don't know. Why don't we try 7 tomorrow again? We'll try 7 o'clock tomorrow again. Okay, 7 o'clock tomorrow night, guys. See you then. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.